College of Pharmacy seminar series under the faculty development sessions. The session today is very special because the topic and the theme of the session is actually about career advising, which is really one of the topics that we would like to start applying it or apply it, or one of the important things that the whole college vision, we start to implement it and work on that. So according to this topic, we have a special guest today, which is Dr. Alia Al-Dariri. Dr. Alia actually has a very interesting experience and in the field of career advising in general. And actually, this experience has been more than, she's experienced expert in this field and practiced this for more than 10 years. Actually, let me introduce Dr. Alia and her background and her interesting career pathway. Dr. Alia actually is a graduate from College of Pharmacy, Ain Shams University, and then she started and have interest in the career advising and the business pathway. So she started and added to her bachelor degree a master in international business administration, and followed by that, she started to take a multiple certification, specifically in the coaching pathway, where she gets certified. She is actually a certified NLP coach practitioner, and she had a certification in job and career development, actually from Career Research and Testing Center in USA. And recently in March, she got a very interesting and amazing certification, or she is officially a FCD instructor. Let me explain what is FSD. It's actually a facilitating career development instructor. And she is the instructor and give training and certification for any person who is interested to start or act or as a career coach. And this certification is done by NCDA in US, which is again one of the most prestigious centers in career development. It's the National Career Development Association in USA. So our speaker today has a really interesting expertise. More than 10 years, she provided more than 5,000 hours of coaching to different, actually not only students, in different platforms in telecommunication, for example, in Orange company in Egypt, in a banking, in health economics like MSD Pharmaceuticals, in different colleges like Canadian College and Arab Academy. So we can start now with the session. And in this session, again, we will learn about, or we'll take idea about how us as a faculty will guide our students or facilitate them and help them to discover their own career pathway. So thank you very much, Dr. Alia, for joining us today.
Thank you, Dr. Iman, one of my very dear friends, and thank you, Dr. Sharif Khalifa. I'm not sure if he's attending this seminar. And of course, thank you, Dr. Ahmed Al-Abd, the assistant professor, Dr. Ahmed, for inviting me for this series. And I'm ready to start, Iman, if you do not want to say anything else.
No, let's start. Let's start the tour.
Okay, so again, thank you everyone for attending this session. I hope the coming 30 minutes, I hope they are 30 minutes, but I hope that they will be inspiring for you one way or another. And Dr. Iman, thank you very much for the introduction. Let me share the story quickly. It all started after my graduation from the Faculty of Pharmacy. I remember I always had the passion of training and development. And this is why I had my trainer certification as soon as I graduated, and I started working as a soft skills trainer. But then I always had passion about guiding people. So I had my very first certification as a career development coach, and it was part of my master's degree, majored in international career management. And that was back in 2010. And then after 3 years, I had another certification, which is the GCDF, or the Global Career Development Facilitator, where I can assist people with the career development decisions in a global perspective. And of course, I had the privilege to work as a lecturer of management and leadership in one of the universities for faculties of pharmacy and dentistry here in Egypt. And since then, I always had the passion of assisting students. And I believe this is the exact reason why the esteemed faculty members attending this seminar are here for. And recently in 2018, I got my certification as an instructor because I wanted to expand the ripple effect, which is get more facilitators to the world and accordingly get more students and more individuals guided in their career-related decisions. And currently what I do beside that, I am a consultant in training, and I help corporates and business professionals in their business competence so that the world would be a better place. Now, enough talking about myself, and I would love to introduce to you what we do in our profession so that it can be inspiring to you, because I heard that you are on your way to develop this curriculum or this strategy for assisting your students. So please feel free to ask as many questions as you want. Once I finish, I would love to answer all your questions. In my 10 plus years of expertise, I knew that back in the 50s, if you remember, the career choice was a once in a lifetime event. So for example, if you start studying science and you join the Faculty of Medicine, you graduate to become a physician, and then you make more studies to be a physician and to be a more experienced physician, and that's it. And the concept of career shift was like completely insane. And this is why we always represent it like a train with one destination. But then after 20 years or more, it became like a series of events, so that people stay in one career for some time, and then they drop off that career and choose another one. So it was seen as a series of events. But again, the person would stay for some time in each career. And I believe that now you guys can start relating to how you see your careers. So for example, some of our colleagues now deny the idea of shifting the career from, for example, pharmacy to the field of training, which is my story. But now, if we look at the career choice, it's like this, what we call the beach buggy, which is an ongoing process. In every single day you wake up, I wouldn't say questioning your career choice, but considering other career choices. So for example, for you guys, maybe you thought of having your own business or leaving the academia for opening your shop, for example, or whatever. So I just want to see a show of hands if any of you considered this career shift and leaving the academia. Anyone? I can see you, by the way, so feel free to raise your hands. Okay, very loyal academic people. Perfect. So during my around 12 years of working with adults and employees, I have seen a lot. A lot of people wanted to change their corporates to work in different organizations. A lot more wanted to shift completely from the field they are experienced in to a totally different field. And I'm not sure if you are aware of the number of pharmacists who are now not working in pharmacy, and even one of my close friends is now working in the real estate. So of course it's completely different, and the destination is often unknown. So if we are to ask ourselves, what is the ultimate career? And let's go theoretically first before going practically. So I want you to take a moment, and I think you all have some papers. So I want you to just jot down a few words. What is the ideal career for you? Is it the one that guarantees stable income? Is it the one that is close to your home, maybe, or the one with advancement? So please just write few words on your sheets of paper. I can see you, so yeah. Well, I know it's not an easy question because a lot of people do not know what an ideal career is. And even worse, some people think that work cannot be ultimate, cannot be something nice. So what we do here is putting this ultimate career equation in front of you, which is the summation of what I love to call the 2S, which are the success and satisfaction. Imagine that you are doing the thing that you are very successful at, and you love it very much, that you are satisfied and even delighted when you do it. So by combining these two aspects, we reach the ultimate career. Now, the question is, how do we do that? Is it even possible? So again, please give me a show of hand if you believe that you can achieve the ultimate career or the combination of success and satisfaction. Okay, guys, do you consider yourself successful? Yes? No? Okay, do you consider yourself satisfied at work? I think you can see yourselves. So I'm viewing just an angle of the lecture hall. So I hope to see someone who is really successful or considering themselves successful in their career. Okay. Nobody? Yes, finally. Thank you. Thank you. Now someone who is successful. Thank you, Dr. Iman. And okay, does any one of you sees themselves as both successful and satisfied with what they do? Show me your hands. No? Finally, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. So how do we achieve this, and how do we help our students to achieve this ultimate career equation? This is what I'll be talking about. Thank you, Iman, for showing up on camera. So feel free to go back to your seat. Now, in our process, we follow what we call the career diamond model. And from this specific point, I want you all to pay attention, because this is the exact process that we use with our students. Your objective as career advisors is to guide your students from the current status or the point they are at this moment, which let's call it a point A, to guide them to point B, which is the desired state or desired situation or the desired career. So how do we do that? Like you see, we start with what we call the awareness. And by awareness, we mean that we assist the student to understand who they are, what they want to do, what they can do, and what they really love to do. So we start with the first part, which is expanding the self-awareness so that the student fully understand their potential and fully understand even their interests and their desires and their passions. And after we do that, we move on to expanding the world of work. So we assist the student to explore what are the available options in the market. And I remember when I was at college, and that was back in 2008, the only options I saw in front of myself as a pharmacy student were either to go for the academia, and I have to study really hard to be accepted in academia, so good for you, everyone, or to work in the pharmaceutical sales. And for me, that was not an option because my family wouldn't allow me to work in this field. So it felt like I had no options. But what we do here with our students is that we expand the information they have for their occupation and the world of work and the available jobs in the market. And after this expansion, like you see, there are too many pieces of information imposed to the student. So now it's time to start to conclude or to exclude some of the options in order to reach the final decision. Now, allow me, everyone, to take you in this journey of self-awareness. And I would highly recommend and love that you apply whatever I'm going to say on yourselves. So, in order to understand what self-awareness is, we use this puzzle-like or four-quadrant matrix showing the pillars of the career advising. And these four pillars are the career values, the motivated skills, the job interest, and the personality style indicator. Let's start with the career values. And the career values are the measure of your satisfaction at work. Remember when I was talking about the ultimate career equation, it had two words starting with S, success and satisfaction. So career values is the part responsible for the satisfaction. Because when I asked you a few moments ago to write why or what is the ultimate career for you guys, some people may have felt stuck. I don't know what the ultimate career is. Some other people maybe have written things like high income or advancement, or maybe fast pace. Whatever you wrote, imagine that you are working in an environment or a career that grants you with these values. Can you imagine how beautiful it would be, how productive you would be doing your everyday work? And let's imagine the other side. If none of the things that you appreciate and value in work is present in the environment you are in, you would always feel heavy to wake up in the morning and to go to your work. Do you agree? Yes. So what we do here is we introduce a lot of career values. And of course, this is in the process, so I'm just showing you what we do. We actually introduce 50 plus values, and we allow the student or the individual to select from these values what really